Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining our webinar today. My name is Megan Brooks. I'm the Director of Marketing here at Sleep Charge, and I'll be leading our 30-minute discussion today. I would first like to start us off by just reviewing a few housekeeping rules. First of all lines are on mute, so if you have a question, I simply ask that you type it into the chat box and we'll take questions at the end of the session. This webinar is being recorded. We are going to be sending it out in just a few days, so you can take all the tips and tricks and knowledge that you gained today and you can circulate it with your colleagues. So today, it is my pleasure to lead our discussion. Wake up. You can't afford tired employees. As I say that, some of you might laugh as you hold back a yawn or take another sip of coffee. But let's face it, we've all gone to work tired. During our time together today, we're going to cover the sleep epidemic. It is a real thing, folks. We're going to talk about how to help your employees get healthy sleep, how to increase your bottom line by addressing sleep health. We also have some resources that you can take away that support healthy sleep. So, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or otherwise known as the CDC, sleep disorders are so pervasive in the United States that they now constitute a public health epidemic. Yes, you heard that right. We are in a sleep epidemic. In fact, a third of U.S. adults report that they usually get less than the recommended amount of sleep. According to the CDC, 45% of people report that a lack of sleep affects their daily activities. Okay, so let's take a look at that breakdown. That means that according to the survey, 23% of those surveyed, that's almost 50 million people, reported problems concentrating during the day. About 12%, or 24 million people, indicated a lack of sleep interfered with their driving. Now, the folks I have on the phone that are from the transportation industry, this is huge for you all. You cannot afford to have tired drivers on the road. As we look back at the survey, about 9% or 18 million people reported that sleep deficiency interfered with their job performance. Okay, so just for fun, I'm going to ask everyone on the call to participate with me and say, how many hours of sleep did you get last night? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up the poll. This is all unidentified. I can't see who's answering. And once you guys take a minute to kind of log in your answers, I'll review them. And from what I'm seeing coming in, it looks like 44% of us on the phone are getting between 5 and 7 hours. What we're hoping for, guys, is closer to 7, 8 hours and not closer to that 5 hours. Okay, I'm going to close the poll here. Now, let's continue our journey together. We know that not getting enough sleep is linked with many chronic diseases and conditions, such as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and even depression. This is not only a threat to our nation's health, but this is also costing your company billions, and I mean billions with a B. Not getting enough sleep can also lead to motor vehicle crashes and mistakes at work, causing injury and disabilities. Again, I've got some folks on the phone from the transportation industry. I've got some folks on the phone from the production industries. This is huge for you guys. You cannot have accidents in your workplace. Okay, lean in, stay with me, guys. This is where we start to kind of link it together. Remember the dark areas on the map before, the dark oranges and browns? Those areas were the most affected by lack of sleep. See how that translates now? See how those same areas also have the highest sleep-related healthcare claims. Your employees' lack of sleep is costing you. In fact, fatigue, as defined as a lack of sleep, is estimated to cost employers $136 billion a year in health-related productivity loss. So what does productivity loss really mean? It means people are missing days of work. It means people have illnesses. People are less productive. They can't focus. They're not as innovative. I have some HR folks on the phone, and you know that you search to try to find the brightest individuals to bring into your organization. You want the best. Help your employees be their best by giving them an option to improve their sleep. Make sleep a priority on your roadmap. Traditionally, organizations seeking to enhance their effectiveness and profitability have focused on developing leadership capabilities. So what does your leadership look like? You're helping those folks do better, get more. You look at strategically managing the talent pipeline. So how to, again, get the brightest folks through your door. You look at increasing employee engagement and streamlining operations. But here's what we're finding. We're finding that there is a significant body of evidence to suggest that poor sleep, both the quality and quantity of one's sleep, that shows that your employees' lack of sleep is actually impeding your organizational success. The bottom line is that sleepiness is costly. When we take a look at this graphic, we know that when we're tired, we make mistakes. We've all been there. For most of us on the phone, it's probably been maybe a typo in an email, or those days where you feel like you just can't concentrate, or you're just on edge. Even the smallest things seem to bother you. But what we can see from this graphic is that sleepiness was a contributing factor to some of the biggest disasters we know. In fact, being tired has the same effect as being drunk. That's scary, folks, right? Because then we go back to thinking about these very tired people are on the roadways with us. These very tired people are working in production roles. These very tired people are interacting just day to day with us. Being tired, sleepiness, affects speech, motor functioning, levels of aggression, impulsiveness, memory, decision-making, and problem solving. So, who is at risk? Lack of sleep can affect everyone. We've all been there. In fact, let's take a look at this. The more senior position that you hold, the less sleep you're likely to get. So, some of these stats are probably not unexpected. When you think about the roles and responsibilities of senior managers, but just like everyone else, sleep needs to be prioritized by your organization. It's not just the chair, the CEO, senior managers that are lacking in sleep. It's really everyone. When you're tired, what happens? Well, this one's probably easy. For me, I get cranky, I lose focus, and my family would say, just leave mom alone. This holds true for everyone else as well. What do we really lose when we're tired? We lose our executive functions. These are the most impacted by lack of sleep. In addition to our lack of focus, decision-making and being innovative are lost as well. We aren't at our best when we're tired. And you can see from this, folks, that we aren't at our best. So what we want to do as employers is we want to give our employees the ability to be their best. The sleep-deprived employee is costing you, on average, $2,280 per year in lost productivity. Again, what does that lost productivity really mean? It means missed days at work due to health problems. It means you're stressed, you're irritable. I call it not playing well in the sandbox, right? You lose focus. You lose innovation. You're not cooperative. This doesn't account for the additional costs that are undoubtedly linked to an additional healthcare spend. Making sleep a priority for your organization shouldn't be an option. You can't afford tired employees. One of our clients recently said, sleep health is a window into an individual's overall health. And by addressing sleep, we are reducing our overall healthcare spend. Again, at the beginning of the presentation, we saw that geographic area that has the poorest sleep. That area also has the highest healthcare costs. So poor sleep affects both your mental and physical health. On the physical side of things, poor sleep makes you prone to high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, obesity. These are all chronic conditions that can be avoided with good sleep. Lack of sleep also affects you mentally and increases your risk for mental health problems. That it can include everything from depression to anxiety to dementia to bipolar disorders. Lack of sleep also affects your emotional health and your overall well-being. Healthy sleep is essential, and for those organizations who are willing to engage with and address the issue of poor sleep within both an individual and organizational cultural context, those organizations will be at a competitive advantage. Let me say it again. If individually and collaboratively as an organization you make sleep a priority, move it up to number one in your roadmap. Move it up to where it should be. You will be at a competitive advantage. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the importance of sleep, which we all kind of get now. We've seen how a tired employee can affect our business. But let's take a look at what healthy sleep looks like. How do you know if you're sleeping well? Let's take a look at the sleep fundamentals. There's sleep duration, the D, sleep timing, the T, and sleep quality, the Q. This makes up the acronym DTQ. So why does your DTQ matter? Because by looking at the duration, how long you sleep each night, the timing of when you go to bed and wake up each day, and the quality or how well you sleep, you're ultimately able to unlock more about your overall health and well-being. So how do you sleep better? It's simple. Know your DTQ and work on your sleep hygiene. Now, folks, these are some slides that you will be able to share then with your employees. Here are 10 tips that you can circulate with your employees. Make them aware that sleep matters and that a lack of sleep is not a badge of honor or something to be proud of. Sleep matters, and sleep matters for all of us to be our best. Getting enough sleep is not a luxury. It is something people need for good health. Signs of fatigue. How can your employees spot fatigue? These are some helpful tips to help your employees determine if they need more sleep. Because let's face it, some of us just don't realize it. We wonder why we can't focus, why we're forgetting things, why we're not as innovative, why things are getting under our skin. Maybe we're just fatigued, and maybe we just need to be made aware of it. We know that sleep is essential. Now is the time to make it a priority for your organization. Here at SleepCharge, we work with the best companies out there in the food and beverage space, transportation, municipalities, and universities to ensure healthy sleep for all. What is SleepCharge? SleepCharge is a blend of technology and sleep medicine. It's a company built on a telehealth platform. We're not a point solution or a one-size-fits-all sleep app. We're here, experts in sleep. We're real people, helping people just like you and I sleep better. I included this slide. This is our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Jeffrey Dermer. He is an amazing doctor who is behind the medical support we provide here at SleepCharge. And I just wanted to include a snippet of his bio for your reference. He's also the co-founder of SleepCharge, and he's helped millions of people along the way. So today, as we wrap up, if you want to ensure that your organization is more profitable, take a look now at making sleep a priority. If you're interested in learning more, we've provided you with our phone number, our email. You can simply reach out. I know that I've had a chance to communicate with a few of you all, so feel free to reach out to me if you've got further questions that you'd like to discuss. And just as we think about why sleep, or why I would want to offer sleep to my employees, I read a recent article. It was published on Glassdoor, and it was a survey conducted by Glassdoor to employees. And the question was, what are you looking for when you join a new organization besides higher compensation, which we all want higher compensation, right? The top answer that was given were wellness programs, especially focusing on sleep. So let's take that piece of information. Let's know that our employees are looking for something like this. They're looking to get healthy. They want to do a good job. So by making sleep a priority in your organization, you're not only differentiating yourself, but you're making your employment space better. Thank you all today for taking a few moments to join us to learn a little bit more about sleep, and we look forward to talking to you all soon. Have a great day.